Here we have it. Sorry, guys. Obviously, I'm sure you would have wanted to see my beautiful, sexy face on video, but obviously, I'm feeling a bit ill. I'm not feeling too great, really. So physically, mentally, I'm just like I'm drained. But obviously, I'm getting there. But still, despite my illness, this is extremely important. The most important game of the year. Yes, more important than the Champions League final. It's the battle for Africa, the continent, the motherland, the heart of the world, the center of the world. Have you looked into the map? Africa is in the center. Cameroon against Egypt. Um, Cameroon, a bunch of losers decided not to play for their country. Traitors. They should never be allowed to wear another Cameroonian shirt again. What these boys have done against all odds is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Nobody thought they'd get out of the groups. No one thought they'd beat Senegal or Ghana. And they beat both of those teams and they find their way in the final. Led by Mu Kanjo, who's been one of the most underrated players in this tournament. Very consistent performer, and the captain has led beautifully. But Hugo Bruce, managing an international team for the first time. Great performance so far. But it's not over. Still more work to be done. Egypt. Hector Coupe. People didn't think they'd even get to the final because I said they'd win it. But people thought, Egypt, I think their time is run. And people looked at Ivory Coast. They looked at Ghana. They looked at Senegal, maybe DR Congo. But Egypt, horrendous start of the tournament, but they've slowly been getting better, and they really formed themselves as a team and coming through that dramatic penalty shootout against Burkina Faso. But guys, I'm going to say something. Okay. I believe in juju. Some don't, but I do. I believe in mystical powers, and I believe in the power of witchcraft and black magic. Some people would say, Halfo, relax. This is a footballing channel. Don't bring that stuff into this. Can you please be analytical? I get it. And you're right. I shouldn't. But I would be amiss to not mention what I feel is true. Egypt are operating on a spiritual level. Like it or not, that's how they're going through. So this match has already been decided. And for Cameroonians, I understand because some people will say, look, Cameroon are guided by God, they're guided by their own thing as well. But people, juju is very powerful. It's extremely powerful. And of course, I do believe in the power of God and all that, but the juju that Egypt are operating on is massive. I believe that they've invoked the power of the pharaohs. I truly believe that the spirits of the pharaohs have been injected into the very souls and essence of Egypt. So we look at this thing in a footballing way. Of course, Cameroon know that they can hurt Egypt. They know that physically they can match them up. They know that they have better stamina. And they know that they can control that midfield. Abubakar, I think, is a guy who should maybe start this game. They have impact players. And they have guys who can really do something. In Gadeu, in Gaju as well. He's been one of the bright stars who's done really, really well so far, getting that key G against Ghana. So Cameroon, I feel Cameroon, they can win this 100%. Hence why this game, I feel it will be close. It will be tight. But for Egypt, even if they've not played at their best, this isn't the Egypt team that was the golden generation who won those 3 in a row. There's a belief in this team. There is a belief in this team. I told you, I sense something deep. And I keep on saying this, and I will say this again. Football is 50% physical, 50% mental. Of course, the talents of Mohamed Salah, Fatih, Trezeguet is all there to display. Of course, these guys can move the ball around the world, and they've got a great passing game. Everybody is great and confident on the ball. But that other 50%, which is the psychological, is what is truly powerful. And I'm feeling it from Egypt. So my Cameroonian brothers, do not hate me when I say this, because this is real. This is real. These spiritual powers are massive. And it's been guiding Egypt, because I felt it. Have you looked at what el-haddary looks like? Look deep into this man's eyes. Please, pause this video. Bing el-Haddary and look into his eyes, stare into his eyes for 1 minute. Don't worry, I'll wait. Just stare into his eyes for 1 minute. If you tell me that you don't see a mysticism into his eyes, then you'll be lying to yourself. Because as long as el-Haddary is on that pitch, I think Egypt are shrouded by something very, very powerful. But this is a final. I can't wait. It's going to be beautiful. Again, I told you I love the Nations Cup. It is my second most. It is my second favorite tournament after the World Cup because I just it means very much to me. But the Egyptians obviously they're doing it for Africa, but they're doing it for the Arab world. I would listen to what el-Haddary was saying. He says that he wants to win this trophy for the Egyptian people and for the Arab world as well. But for Cameroon, this would be a humongous victory. Huge. Because nobody thought they'd get there. Yes, nobody thought that Egypt would get to the final, but as in they're in the final, people are not that so surprised because they've won it 7 times. For Cameroon, my lord, yes, they won it back in 2002, but based on how they've been a whole new generation of players and how many players were missing, no one thought that they would get in there. So, I mean, you want a prediction from the kid. This is hard. 1-0 to Egypt. No, 2-1 to Egypt. 2-1 to Egypt after extra time. 90 minutes, 1-1 after extra time. Egypt will get that G. Maybe they'll mean on penalties, but I'm going to keep it with a G. They'll beat Cameroon 2-1 after extra time. Guys, watch for post-match analysis after the game.